Hello YouTube, it's Dbtgamer Show, episode 164, Final 10 Review, Part 1, Part 4.
Yeah, it almost made sense.
If you haven't watched Part 1, 2 or 3 yet, where the hell have you been? We're just about to show off Bahamut, which is one of the best Espers in the game. We're also about to show off an overdrive for an Esper. The overdrive is basically your limit break. It basically, you can throw the kitchen sink at the enemy. But with Bahamut, you can basically throw the entire world at them, because he just basically folds his arms and goes, "What are you gonna do, eh? What are you gonna do?"
Yeah, like in most Final Fantasies, when you summon an Esper, Aeon, or whatever the hell you call them these days.
A girlfriend.
GF. You get a little cinematic, which usually ends up dealing damage to the enemy. But in this one, he actually becomes a playable character.
He fights like a Pokemon!
And he stood there, wings outstretched, folding his arms, staring down the enemy, saying, "Yeah, what the hell are you gonna do? Go on, try your best, pal. I will own you. In fact, I do own you."
Make my...
In fact, if I wait a few seconds, he does actually yawn at some point.
Can I finish now? Make my day, punk!
Yeah, basically, he has the same as every other character. He's got attack, impulse, which is his sort. It's an attack which usually deals damage to all enemies. It's each impulse. Oh, impulse. It's called a different thing for each Esper, Aeon, whatever fucking hell they're called. Each one has their own little
special move.
Yeah.
Wait, some of them can attack all the enemies on the field. Some of them can just attack one enemy on the field, but do more damage as an attack.
Yeah, they're usually elemented to whatever element your character is. And also, I've learnt this guy Black Magic, Fire, Thunder, Blood. Yeah, you get the idea.
Not to burst your bubble, but he starts with Black Magic.
Does he start
with Black
Magic?
Does.
Oh, well, yeah, most of them do start with Black Magic anyway, don't they? They're elementals.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I'll attack one. Let's show you what that was like. That's it. Piss off.
It's all 9,000!
99,000! Let's see if I can beat that with the Mega Flare.
This is cool. Adam's actually got a figurine of this thing, and it's a pretty good figurine.
It's covered in dust, and the halo on his back keeps falling off every now and again, but yeah, it is pretty damn cool.
For some bizarre reason, he's got his giant generator touch to his back to make it Mega Flare way, but
he's got a dynamo thing on his back. It's like a... Yes, it's some type of generator. It's like Bahamut has reached a level of awesomeness where he needs his own generator. And that has done...
The guy doesn't exist anymore.
46,000? I actually did less than the attack. Oh well, fair enough. It was aimed at all the enemies, so I suppose it's area of effect kind of thing. Anyway, that's your Aeons.
If you haven't watched Part 2 or 1 or 2 yet, all 3, go back and watch them. We talked about story, graphics, controls, music...
Well, you said that yet? Bloody hell.
In the first part. In the second part, we talked mostly about characters and the spear grid. In the third part, we talked about...
Battles.
Aeons, battles, dungeons, spells, abilities, and Aeons.
I thought you covered that ages ago. Right, what are we talking about now, then?
Next thing on the list.
Is there a next thing on the list, or have we covered everything? Oh yeah, you can customise your weapons somehow. Basically, every weapon you get is a basic blank slate. Every other one has, like, abilities.
You can only customise your weapons once you get Riku in your party, which is not until, like, 30 hours into the game.
Yeah, for example, the Lifesaver Sword. It currently has the skill Alchemy, which I believe increases the effectiveness of your items, and Strength plus 3%. I can equip it with Stone Strike, which I need Petrify Grenades, about 60 of them. Add Stone Strike, yes. Lifesaver has become... gains the ability of Stone Strike and now adds petrification to anything it attacks.
Basically, you can customise your weapons and give them new abilities.
You can do the same with your armour as well.
You can also do this to Aeons, which is pretty useful because this is the only way you can teach Bahamut and the bird thing how to heal.
Valthor there, he doesn't actually have any healing spells. Ifrit, Ixion and Shiva can use their own elemental spells to heal themselves. Bahamut doesn't really need them, but I believe you can...
You can teach Bahamut
If I go to abilities, Bahamut, I think I can. Somewhere down the line, Pray, Cheer, Luck. Curaga, I need 60 Mega Potions. So now Bahamut can use Curaga.
Right.
Like I say, Anima can't really heal himself. Yojimbo, you don't really want him to heal himself.
We're basically done reviewing the game, so now final words before going to complaints. Make it quick, because I'm done my final words.
Final words? Well, I'll cover that on the chair.
Okay, turn the game off. Right, YouTube. Tired of my complaints about Final Fantasy X, and believe you me, I have a lot of them.
No, God, here we go.
And let's start off with the one that I have to bitch about the most. Let's get it all out there and vent. The one that I hear about Final Fantasy X the most, that is so stupid, that could be such a simple concept that could actually be really easy and really good, is Blitzball. Now,
yeah, we didn't show it for a reason, because we really don't like it.
Now, Blitzball. Here's what they do with Blitzball. As far as I'm concerned, all they had to do was clone FIFA. That was it. But no, they take FIFA, and then they take a dump on it, and add in a turn-based system, which basically slows it down to crawl, and it's not good. And they take another dump on it, which is basically status effects. And you know what? Status effects in a football game, well, that's just plain weird, and I don't understand it. And the other thing that's weird about Blitzball is it's basically impossible. Blitzball matches last about 5 minutes each. It's underwater soccer, and the characters who are playing the game perform weird special moves where they jump out of the water and kick the ball into a net. I know people can hold their breath for a long time if they train themselves, but when it comes to playing underwater sports and being headbutted all the time in the chest, which would wind you, probably die instantly from the winding, and you drown instantaneously, and getting poisoned from status effects, you wouldn't be able to hold your breath for that long. So, final words on Blitzball: stupid, tedious, and absolutely ridiculous. And pointless.
Finished?
Yes. Okay. Okay, I've done Blitzball.
He's checking his list. He's checking it twice.
I have a lot of Blitzball here, stuff here. Okay. The next thing about the game are the temples. Throughout the game, you get these temples where you get Aeons. I'm not very fond of these for several reasons. One reason is the controls for pushing boulders in the block puzzles. You know, like in Zelda, where you hold a button down to grab onto your boulder, then you push it forwards, backwards, or left or right. Like you would do. Here's my complaint. Squaresoft worked with Nintendo for, let's see now, all the way up to the end of the Super Nintendo here. In that time, Nintendo made several good Zelda games, and Squaresoft were part of the Nintendo company. And I was hoping they would have learnt something from this, because holding a button down to push a boulder works. Instead, in Final Fantasy X, you walk into the boulder, and then it lets you push it. Adam, as I've stopped the watch. Which doesn't work, because Tidus doesn't always lock onto the boulder, he doesn't always start pushing. And the other problem with these dungeons, these temple things, the puzzles aren't always really straightforward, and I only managed to do the Shiva one by myself. I managed to do the first 3 by myself, but after that I sort of lost patience with them and I couldn't understand them anymore. So
that's where I came in.
They're kind of confusing and just really annoying. And to get Anima, you have to access the secret passages to get all the secret things. Well, good luck figuring that out on your first run through the game, because I missed Anima, and I can't go back and get it because of the bloody dark on in front of each temple.
Yeah, you get to a certain point in the game, these super powerful optional bosses appear, and they won't let you go in and...
Exactly. Next complaint. And this is the big one. The game is far too linear. I mean, I can take a little bit of linearity in a game like Man Luigi's Superstar Saga because it gives you a red dot, you go to that red dot. This is too linear because you're walking down corridors. I like a little bit of free roam. You know, Final Fantasy games are supposed to be about exploring. The adventure's meant to be part of the fun, not just the heavy melodrama of the story.
This from someone who hates Final Fantasy 12.
I haven't played 12 yet.
Well, you've played bits of it.
I played like the first 5 hours. Anyway, they're all my complaints. Adam, you're up.
Hey.
Trade places!
I'm not doing that one again. Yeah, I give up with this, seriously. As far as bad...
Adam, you've got 3 minutes, so don't take too long.
Fair enough. I'll be quick then. I hate Blitzball. The game's linear. The main character's a prick. Wacker's got the most ridiculous hairstyle on the planet. Ridiculous
hairstyle on the planet? What about Seymour? Have you seen his hair? He has anklets and a horn!
Yeah, but that's self-inflicted.
Wacker's isn't!
And the only real attractive woman in the game is Riku, and she's like 15 years old.
I thought you liked Lulu better. Although there is one good thing about Lulu in the game where she goes, I'll add you to my list.
Yeah, that's an optional thing. I never really liked Lulu. I thought she was a bit too emo. But Riku's lively, and Yuna's too concentrating on her little summoner quest to give a shit about anyone.
She marries Seymour at one point in the game.
Yeah,
she marries Seymour. If she's gonna marry Seymour, I think she has a remote chance with, say, a guy like me.
No comment.
Any other complaints, Adam?
That's all the complaints I have. Apart from the fact it's a mediocre Final Fantasy game, extremely linear, and ever since 9, the whole franchise went downhill anyway. So,
Adam, what's your rating for Final Fantasy X?
I'll give Final Fantasy X a 3 out of 5. Good and graphically pleasing to the eye, but there are times when you just want to slap the people and just fucking stop doing what you're doing and get back to making good games.
Trade places. My rating for Final Fantasy X, another 3 out of 5. Here's my problem. The Final Fantasy universe has gone downhill quite a lot. I mean, it used to be all about exploration and
there's a lot
classic RPG sort of elements, but these days there's a lot of emphasis on story, and they're too bothered about making the game appeal to everybody. Because RPGs used to appeal to a certain kind of person, but these days they're so linear and so easy, they can appeal to basically anybody, and basically anyone can pick it up and play it.
I suppose that's one of the reasons why they're doing it, but...
So I give this game a 3 out of 5. Pause camera.
Pausing camera.
Final Fantasy X, overall, it's an okay game. It's just too linear, and the characters, some of them can be a bit annoying. And it's a 3 out of 5. My next review, YouTube, will be Spyro 1 for the Sony PlayStation. Until then, bye.
Bye-bye.